Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm going to be doing my last pickers for the LCQ, this being East Asia. This is maybe the most exciting one because obviously we have, for the first time, we actually get to see the Chinese teams compete against the Korean and Japanese teams, so it'll be very exciting to see that. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, it will really help me, and let's get into the video. So first off, with Edward Gaming versus Onslayers, this is obviously Chinese versus Korean. Onslayers, they picked up some two new players. I think Edward Gaming, they haven't changed anything. I'm expecting some surprises from the Chinese region. I must say, I feel like the China region, especially Edward Gaming and Cone, they're going to surprise some people. However, for this one, I'm going to say Onslayers is going to win this, but it'll be a really close game because I'm still not confident on Onslayers actually becoming a top tier Korean team. Next up, Maru Gaming versus Reject. Reject, I think they did add two new players. Maru Gaming have not. I don't think Maru Gaming even did anything. And Maru Gaming is the question mark team, other than obviously the Chinese teams. But if we're talking about like regions like North America, EMEA, Korea, Japan, all those regions, Maru Gaming is the most question mark one because they did horribly in Challengers 1, but they did somehow really good in Challengers 2, and they wiped the whole floor with everyone. I'm gonna say Reject is gonna win this one. I don't really have any confidence in Maru Gaming, but obviously that might probably change. Next up, Crazy Raccoon versus Damwon Gaming. Now, it's like Crazy Raccoon, they have underperformed massively in the Japanese region. Damwon Gaming, that may probably now I think the second best team in Korea. They picked up two new players, which is also really good. There's also rumors maybe a third one coming, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. But very excited to see that. I'm going to say Damwon Gaming is going to win this one. Crazy Raccoon may be done. And this is where I think the bit of a surprises from China is going to be in. Northeption versus Cone. I actually think Cone is going to win this. Because I feel like Northeption is, like, obviously they have, like, great players like Meteor. But I think Cone is going to surprise a lot of people with their performances. Obviously, I watched, like, a tiny bit of it. I don't think I actually watched Cone at all, but I have watched some Edward Gaming content. I have watched some Edward Gaming VODs, and they're actually pretty good. I think Cone may actually like surprise some people. We'll go over to the lower round one, and we've got Edward Gaming versus Maru Gaming. It's also where the China upset continues, and I think Edward Gaming is going to win against Maru Gaming. Crazy Raccoon versus Northeption. This is also a pretty difficult one. I do have to say this. For all those Crazy Raccoon fans, for all those Crazy Raccoon fanatics, I do not think your team's going to do well. I think Northeption is going to beat that Crazy Raccoon like they did in the lower round finals. Upper semi-finals, we have Onslayers versus Reject. I think Onslayers is going to win that one. Damwon Gaming versus Cone. I think this is where the Chinese kind of ends there, and I think Damwon Gaming is going to win that one. Lower round 2, we got Cone versus Edward Gaming. I think the best team in China is going to win against this, so I think Edward Gaming is going to keep going. Reject versus Northeption. I do think Northeption is going to keep going. Upper final, Onslayers versus Damwon Gaming. This is might be a difficult one. I'm trying to remember actually I'm trying to remember who are the Onslayers players, because they did get rid of 2 players and they added 2 new players. Obviously, I'm not going to say them because I was having the team's video that I need to record as well pretty soon. If I can try to remember, I think I have them in my mind now. I'm pretty sure if I'm just checking my phone, but I'm not convinced on the Onslayers roster. Obviously, this is a new roster. This is completely new, so obviously, it might change. Well, it might actually do really well. There's some question marks up there on the roster, but I'm just not fully convinced on it. That's all. Because because the 2 players that they added haven't really proven themselves. Maybe one of them, but the other one haven't even proved themselves because the player was formerly from F4Q. Which is obviously, I think, I don't think, I think like the only tournament that I've actually seen is the Seishu Challengers Open Qualifiers. And Damwon Gaming, they have a really decent looking roster. Which is why I think Damwon Gaming is going to go into the grand final. Northeption versus Edward Gaming. I think Northeption is going to win that one. And this is where I'm a bit, I guess maybe controversial, I guess, if you're Korean. Because I think Northeption is going to win this one. Just like I keep saying, I'm not convinced on Slayers. Obviously, I was very high on them at the beginning of this year. But now, my expectations for them has gone down. They've just hit, they've just hit a cliff, basically. I don't think this roster is going to do well. I think they're going to do well, but I don't think they're going to advance into champions. And for the grand final, Damwon Gaming versus Northeption. I think Damwon Gaming is going to be the second Korean team making it to champions. So I do think the Chinese teams are going to do really, really well. They might actually surprise some people. I'm going to be that one person who says I told you so. But I don't think they're going. I mean, they might be really, really lucky if they make it to a lower final. But I think maybe lower round 3 or even lower round 2 is a pretty good result for the Chinese teams. So let me submit my pick'ems, and it has been saved now. So I would not be changing this until and I'll have a look at this when all the LCQ events are done. So on the upper quarterfinals, I have Onslayers, Reject, Damwon Gaming, and Cone winning their matches. Lower round 2, I have Edward Gaming and Northeption. On upper semifinals, Onslayers and Reject, Damwon Gaming, Onslayers and Damwon Gaming, they won their matches. Edward Gaming and Northeption for the lower round 2. Upper final, Damwon Gaming. Lower round 3, Northeption. Lower final, Northeption. And grand final, Damwon Gaming, who would finally make it to an international stage. So, that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys on the next time in the next one. Goodbye.